Well, hello again everyone. Welcome to my preview of the 2022 Cox Plate. Before I get into that though, just let you know that I got 3 spreadsheets for you this week, and as always they're loaded up onto Google Sheets, but it seems that some people are still having trouble accessing them and getting them down onto their own spreadsheet software. So before we get into the review of the Cox Plate, I thought I'd just spend a little bit of time to make absolutely clear how to do this. I'm not going to reply to any emails because I'm probably going to have about 1,000, maybe 1,500 views on the video, and I just haven't got the time to reply individually to people who are struggling to seem to be able to get the spreadsheet down from Google Sheets. So let's go over to the desktop and I'll take you through exactly what you have to do to make sure that you can get a workable version of the files that I've got for you. So I've got the link loaded up here into the search bar. Now the link is in the video description, so just copy that, paste it into the search bar, then hit enter, and you're taken straight to Google Sheets where you can see the 3 spreadsheets I have for you. I've got my current version of Wagon Wheel that I use, the original Wagon Wheel, and Ramrod, which is a strategy that Practical Punting made available with all of their rules there to see except for one. But anyway, it's just a bit of fun, isn't it, really? So what you need to do is not the following. I suspect that what some people are doing is like highlighting the whole spreadsheet. There we go. Hitting Control C to copy the spreadsheet, coming over to their spreadsheet platform. Now mine happens to be Excel. Copy and paste that, so Control V, and there we are, and all the data appears there. All the numbers are correct, but when you highlight a cell, you'll notice that it's just a number. Now that's not what should be there. There should be a formula in there which is accessing part of the engine over here. So like a formula, takes some numbers from here, does some calculations, and fills it in here for you. So you can't use this to then go and work on another race, or maybe change some of the prices in here, or if the barriers change because of scratchings, whatever. So that's not the way to go about it. It's not a matter of just copying and pasting over into your spreadsheet. So we'll get rid of that. We'll go back and try again. Now this is what you need to do. So if you need to stop and review what I'm doing, that's fine. Up to you. You hit File, and you now need to go to this tab here, Download. Now I'm going to download it to Microsoft Excel, and when I do that, you'll see up here I get a download occurring, a little download arrow, and it now says Cox Plate 2022 is complete, and I can now open that file. So click on that and the file will open, but you'll notice it comes down in protected view, and you need to enable editing here to then be able to have full access to the capabilities of the spreadsheet. So hitting enabling entering, oh that's good, hit enable entering, and away we go. The numbers are there exactly the same as what we saw before, but when I now highlight on a cell, you can see there's a formula in there. In this case, it's doing a calculation of an average. If I come to this one, the little calculation there, this one here, it says VLOOKUP. In other words, it's coming over here and looking up some numbers over here in this part of the engine. And so that's how you go about it. It's there. You can then save it on your desktop, and then you can delete this and put other races in, enter other horses, and of course prices and etc. the data from those other races, and it's there for you to use forever. So with that out of the way, let's now get back to looking at the Cox Plate. Now first up, this is the result of the calculations from my current approach to using the Wagon Wheel, and it really struggling to separate Zaaki and Anamoe. Both these are the favourites in the race, Anamoe at 240, Zaaki at 390, and so the Wagon is saying that they're pretty much out in front of the rest of the field, and that's exactly what the market is saying, apart from El Bodegon down here, and the Wagon with this particular set of formulas is not finding much joy in that one. probably because of the fact that it's up in class, and so therefore it gets penalised 5 points for that. So that's my version of it. If we go back to the original version that I bought to you like 12 months ago, a slightly different result. We've got Anamoe on top with Zaaki second, but both of them still well out in front of El Bodegon as the third pick. Sort of similar, but stretching the field out a little bit more. As far as pricing is going, which is one of the things that I tried to apply when we were using this, none of these horses are currently priced at a value bet as far as the wagon is concerned. All of these prices from the wagon are higher than the available prices. So at this stage, it's probably saying pretty tough race, no value there. So perhaps be pretty careful about what you're doing with your money. The last strategy, Ramrod, is one of Practical Punting strategies that they sent through on my emails, and I did produce a video for you. You can go and look up Practical Punting Systems, I think it is, and there's a video there. You can review that if you wanted to. It suggests that you should be working only on betting on the first two favourites in the race, along with number one, if that's not one of the first two favourites, but in this case it is, and so therefore it's suggesting you should only be considering Zaaki or Anamoe, and in this particular case it's rating Zaaki quite a bit in front of Anamoe. Sort of eventuating, because if you look here where it says finishing position, you see Anamoe gets 0, and you say, why is that? It won its last race. Well, the strategy actually is giving more credit to horses that have run second or third and got quite close to the winner at its last start, rather than horses that have won. Now, it could be because they're thinking that last start winners in the next start are going to either go up in class or up in weight, and that's not the case for any of these, because they're all running in weight for age today, and they ran in weight for age last start. But as you can see here, Anamoe got 23 for being a last start winner by 0.2 of a length, and Zaaki and I'm Thunderstruck got 23 as well for finishing, I think it was 0.2 and 0.4. Oh, there we go, 0.4 away for Zaaki and 0.2 for I'm Thunderstruck. But in terms of finishing position and margin, both of these horses are getting 18 plus 23 is 41, whereas Anamoe is only getting 23. So, there's 18 there difference. Anamoe gets the benefit of a little bit less weight, but Zaaki's got 3 wins over the distance, whereas Anamoe's only got 2. Now, any of these systems, any of these strategies are never going to find all of the winners. It's about that little bit of an edge over the longer term, which might be able to get you to get a 10 or 20% return on your money. But I haven't heard from them about the Ramrod lately, so I'm thinking perhaps it's not actually delivering the goods quite to the extent that they were suggesting it might be able to do. So there we go, pretty much consistent sort of results. We've got Zaaki and Anamoe on top from all 3 strategies. If you're looking at one of them, we've got El Bodegon. Which one was that? Let's have a look here. Yep, El Bodegon in the old version is the 3rd pick. In the newer version for me, Gold Trip is the 3rd pick. And if we come back here to the Ramrod approach, the 3rd pick is also Gold Trip, and then followed by I'm Thunderstruck. So perhaps the systems, the strategies are thinking 4 horses in it: Zaaki, I'm Thunderstruck, Gold Trip, Anamoe. But look, these are awesome horses. These are the highest quality of horses that we've got going around here at the moment, and certainly would not be surprised to see I'm Thunderstruck win. Alligator Blood, I don't know that it's quite up to it, but certainly Zaaki, I'm Thunderstruck and Anamoe seem to be the goods for me, and probably looking at it all, I'm not going to have a bet other than the fact that a very new bookie on the scene called, what's it called? BetR, BETR.com.au, had this ridiculous offer of Anamoe in fact every horse in the race, at $21. So I did put $10 on Anamoe a few days ago at $21. Now when I checked this morning, that offer is no longer there, but I did see that they are offering 100 to 1 about every horse in the Melbourne Cup, and that offer ends at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Saturday, I think October the 29th. So, you know, if you're looking to get some value, go to betr.com.au, have a look at that, sign up. Doesn't cost anything to sign up. Of course, you've got to put some money in there to bet with, but yeah, up to a maximum of $10, you can get 100 to 1 about any of the horses in the Melbourne Cup that you like. You only get to have one bet, you can't back them all. But you know, it seems to me like a recipe for disaster for the bookie, but they're trying to attract clients and that's their way of going about it. So, happy punting for Saturday on the Cox Plate. Hope you find the spreadsheets useful. Hope you found the instructions clear. And catch up with you probably be maybe Sunday, I think, of next week after the field is settled for the Melbourne Cup. And we'll have a bit of a delve into the chances of the horses contesting that race. See you then.